Yeah, Shalom Israel. Before I start, I give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baharak HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who will and teach well, the Akims and the Iwas and Byways and those pushing videos in truth, sincerity, to the brothers and sisters in the truth. But this is just a short lesson I want to touch. Now, with all that we can see happening around the world, our people starting to wake up to who we are, come back to the covenant that we made with our power, the judgment that the Most High is bringing upon the earth. What's actually happening is the Most High raising up the people, his people, to be gods, judges, and kings upon the earth, something which we were before. We were meant to be above these other nations. We kind of took that for granted, ended up in the situation that we're in. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 1. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I commanded this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." And this is verse 13. It says, "And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only." Our people are fighting for equal rights, but the covenant that we made with the Most High is for us to be above only. "And thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy power, which I commanded this day to observe and to do them." And this is what we're seeing now with everything that's happening. This truth going out is now raising up our brothers to be gods, judges, and kings upon the earth. And our sisters to be the princesses that they're meant to be. Not the harlots that many of our sisters have turned out to be in this day and age. Now, this is Psalms 8:2-6 says, "I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." That's what we are. We are meant to be the true rulers, the true judges of this earth. Because, hold on. This is verse 5. "Because we strayed away from the covenant that we made," this is the situation that the earth is in. It says, Psalms 8:2-5, it says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." And because we're not in our rightful mind, therefore we're not in our rightful positions, therefore this earth is all out of course. Everything is upside down. And the Most High is raising us back up to put us back in our rightful position, which is to be gods, kings, judges, and rulers of this earth. Now this is that word God.
Strong's H 430, entry 1. Eloach. Eloach. Second entry, Elohim. Elohim. And the third entry, Eloach. Eloach.
Yes, it says rulers, judges. Yeah, that's what we are. We are the proper rulers and judges of this earth. We are the gods of this earth. And the scripture says, go back there, Psalms 82. Psalms 82:6 says, "I have said, ye are gods." Who said that? The Most High. "And all of you are children of the Most High." It says, "But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes." Now we're in this fallen state, which is why we're at the bottom as our current day position. But us coming back to this truth, Most High is raising us up back to be in the proper positions that we're meant to be in. Now this is Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession." It says, "I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance." And this is what Esau is trying to do, trying to have all nations, even some of his own people, in subjection to the few elites that is currently running the earth. But we're going to be given all of these nations to judge over. Yeah, we're going to be the proper gods that we should be, the proper judges that we should be, and the proper kings that we should be. And that's what this truth is doing, raising us back up to be in our rightful position. It says, "Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings." Yeah, "Be instructed, ye judges of the earth." Yeah, it says, "Be ye Wise therefore, O ye kings, be ye instructed, ye judges of the earth. That's us being the gods that we read in Psalms 82 and 6. Now, a quick precept there. This is Revelation. Yeah, just to add on to that, Psalms 2, Revelation 2. Yeah, and like I was saying, it's this truth that's bringing us back to that position, man. This is Psalms 82 and 25, and this is going to prove it. It says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. What do we have? We have the knowledge of this truth, who we are as a people, who our power is, the covenant that we're currently under, with all the promises. We're coming back to this understanding. It says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Yeah, we're going to be gods, kings, judges, and rulers over these nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, like we read in Psalms 2. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And this is what the Most High is trying to do, man. Raise us back up to our first estate, but it's going to be better, because in the first estate we fell. This time round we're not going to fall, man. This is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, it's like a 9 and 11. It says, look at the title. It says the restoration of Israel. It says, in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Because in the days of old we have these other nations, paying us tribute, and that's what will happen in the kingdom. They'll be paying us tribute. Yeah? They'll be tributaries to us. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. So we're going to possess these other nations, man. We're going to be the lords over them, their kings, their rulers, their judges. We're going to be their gods. And this is what the Most High is raising us up to put us back into this position. So, keep striving, man. Yeah, our labor is not in vain. The Most High will reward our works. So, just something I wanted to touch on quickly. Hopefully it was edifying, letting you know that we are going to be put back in our rightful position. And I'll quickly bring this out. These nations won't get away with what they've done. Before I go there, this is 10. This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5. It says, there's an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. We are the rich. Yeah, the low places that we're in now, we're at the bottom of the pile, because breaking that covenant, that was part of the covenant that, if we broke it, these other nations would be above us, and we would be at the bottom. We would be the tail. It says, I have seen servants upon horses. Who's the servants? These other nations, especially Esau, yeah, who's actually lording it over us at this moment in time. It says, I have seen servant upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Now, these princes, those are us. We have now become the servants, the tributaries to Esau and these other nations. But the Most High is going to flip the table and put us back in our rightful position, man. Raise us up to be gods, kings, judges, rulers of this earth. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a prey, shall be a spoil slacker, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds. Yeah, the conditions that we're in. These are the wounds that the Most High has stricken us with. Putting us in such a lower state, being a byword and a proverb amongst all these other nations. Them taking liberties with us, and we can't do nothing, man. These are the wounds that we've been smitten with. It says, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after. So the Most High is going to raise us up, man. Let me read on. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, yeah, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof, meaning it's going to be similar to how it was previously, but like I said, it's going to be better, man, because it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Like I said, the kingdom that we're going to have is going to be everlasting, man. We're going to be God's judges and rulers forever, man, under Yahweh Shai and King David. So this is Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. What kingdom? We're going to take over this kingdom and establish our kingdom and possess the kingdom. Because if you've got a kingdom, there has to be rulers over that kingdom. We're going to be the rulers over the kingdom to come. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, even forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I can go on and on and on, but you get the message. But yeah, just keep plodding on, man. Everything that we're doing as expected end, as the scripture says. Let me bring that out. Jeremiah 29. It's not meant to be long, and I don't want it to extend, but precept just keeps coming to my head. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts I have towards you, saith the Lord power. Saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And the expected end is going into hope, man. Let me just clarify that. Yeah, he wants to give us hope. Expected.
Strong's H8615. Tikva. Tikva.
Yes.
And second entry. Tikva. Tikva.
It says, entry 2, hope, expectation, hope. So we have hope. That's what the Most High says. He knows the thoughts that he have towards us, man, to give us an expected end, to give us hope. When you come down to the Strong, it says expectancy, it says hope, live, things that I long for. Yeah. So yeah, just keep plodding on, man. Our labor of love is not in vain, and the Most High will reward us as long as we endure to the end. Like I said, he's raising us back up to be God's kings, judges, and rulers of this earth. So hopefully this was edifying. With that, I'm going to close out. I'm going to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bahara Kadash, Kwam Yasha Allah.